If you're posting videos, showing up, doing the work, but still getting nothing, crickets, zero engagement, maybe a pity like from your cousin. Meanwhile, someone posts, "I tried toast for the first time," and it's got 4 million views. You're probably wondering, what do they know that I don't? Well, today, I'm going to tell you, because there's a hidden force, a metric you've probably never heard of. That determines whether your content takes off or disappears. It's not your views, not your likes, not even your click-through rate. It's something called viewer satisfaction, and once you understand how to trigger it, you go from overlooked to undeniable. I'm the answer, and my mission? To bring you the answers to the questions that haunt creators like you. Why isn't my channel growing? Why isn't this working? What am I missing? I've been there. I know how it feels to create in the dark, but I also know what happens when you figure it out. When the views start rolling, when your DMs are full of "how did you do it?" We're living in what I call a brave new digital world. Algorithms evolve, trends move faster than ever, and the creators who win? They're not always the ones with the best gear or the flashiest intros. They're the ones who understand how to move with purpose. So today I'm handing you the roadmap, the one I wish someone gave me when I started. And it all comes down to a simple, powerful system I call the crawl, walk, run method. Here's how it works. First, you crawl. You build a rock-solid foundation. You learn the real fundamentals that most people overlook. Then you walk. You start applying strategy. Trends, structure, visual psychology, timing, it all begins to flow. Finally, you run. You master analytics, monetize intentionally, innovate with confidence, and build a real community. No fluff, no hacks, just what actually works. If that's what you're looking for, let's dive in. My mission? To bring you the answers to the questions that haunt creators like you. Why isn't my channel growing? Why isn't this working? What am I missing? I've been there. I know how it feels to create in the dark. To wonder if you're wasting time, to feel like you're doing everything right, but still stuck. But I also know what happens when you figure it out. When the views start rolling, when your DMs are full of "how did you do it?" When the algorithm starts working for you, not against you. That's what this video is about. Let's be real. Everyone wants to go viral. We all want to see the numbers explode. But you don't start by running. You start by crawling. Because crawling builds muscle memory. It gives you structure. It teaches you how to walk without falling on your face. So let's slow down and lock in the foundation. Imagine you're giving a speech, but you don't know who's in the room or why you're even speaking. That's what it's like to post content without clarity. So ask yourself, why am I doing this? What message do I care about? What do I stand for? Now ask, who am I trying to reach? What do they care about? What problems do they face? What are they searching for in the middle of the night? When your message meets their pain point, that's when things click. Purpose equals direction. Audience equals connection. Together, that's your lane. Write this down. I help audience with what so they can outcome. That's your clarity statement. Attention is your currency, and curiosity is your engine. Your titles and thumbnails need to create questions viewers must answer. Try these. They tease value. They don't dump it all at once. That tension? That's what makes people click. Tease the answer, deliver the payoff. Even the best idea fails without structure. Here's the simple format I still use today. Hook, grab attention in the first 5-10 seconds. Intro, tell them what they'll get. Body, deliver the goods step by step. Conclusion, recap, and tell them what to do next. Pro tip, don't wing it. Script your key points. Structure equals confidence, and confidence transfers through the screen. You've got 1 second, maybe less, to get someone to stop scrolling. So use faces, strong emotions, bold text, clean, contrast-heavy layouts. Your thumbnail sells the click. Your video earns the watch. If you're editing this, zoom in on the face, add movement, increase brightness. Small tweaks make a huge difference. If you're making content without clarity, you're not crawling, you're flailing. But now, you've got your foundation. You're not just creating anymore. You're creating with purpose. Let's walk. I remember thinking, I've got my niche, I've got my style, I'm good now. But I wasn't moving forward because crawling is about setup. Walking is about momentum. Let me show you how to build it. Think of your favorite creator. Why do you keep watching? It's not just their tips. It's how everything feels like them. Their tone, their vibe, their visuals, even their lighting and pacing. So ask yourself, does my content feel consistent? If someone watches 3 of my videos, do they know me? Consistency builds trust, and trust builds community. One day I saw a trend blowing up. Instead of thinking about it for a week, I acted fast, posted a short. It hit 40K in 2 days. Why? Because trends are waves, and waves don't wait. Watch. YouTube trending, Google Trends, social media hashtags, your own comment section. But remember, don't jump on a trend just because it's hot. Ask, can I tie this back to my message? If yes, go. If not, let it pass. Timeliness plus relevance equals growth. It's time to step it up. Add money visuals, large numbers, motion graphics, cinematic lighting, and sound. Then pair those with emotion-driven titles. Stop doing this. Stop doing this. Why nobody talks about the mistake that kills your channel. This isn't clickbait, it's connection. Now you're not just producing content, you're crafting strategy. You're starting to move like a creator who knows the destination. Now it's time to scale. Let's run. This is where the game shifts. You've gone from hobbyist to strategic to creator with authority. Now it's time to lead. Master audience psychology. YouTube's secret sauce, viewer satisfaction, not just watch time, but how people feel after watching you. Did they like, comment, binge watch another? That tells the algorithm, this creator satisfies, show them to more people. So focus on experience, make content people want to watch again. Master your metrics. Track click-through rate, which is known as CTR, average view duration, retention curves, comments, and shares. These are the breadcrumbs. Follow them, analyze, adapt, improve. It's not just about publishing, it's about optimizing. At this stage, you're ready to earn, not by selling out, but by serving up value people are glad to pay for. Monetize through digital products, courses, sponsorships, affiliate tools. But never forget, monetization should feel like a bonus, not a bait. Innovate with confidence. The best creators don't reinvent the wheel. They repurpose it with personality. Try formats that work. Add your spin. Be bold. Be you. That's innovation. Build a real community. This part, it's everything. Because algorithms change, views come and go. But a loyal audience, they're forever. Talk to them, share your wins, tell your story, be human. They don't follow you for perfection, they follow you for connection. Pitfalls to avoid: not evolving, getting lazy after early wins, ignoring your audience. You're a leader now, show up like one. Conclusion and call to action. Let's zoom out. You crawled, found your purpose, your voice, your structure. You walked, applied strategy, captured attention, stood out. And now you run, with confidence, clarity, and real momentum. And here's the truth. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start. So here's what I want you to do. Drop a comment below. What phase are you in? Crawl, walk, or run? And what kind of content are you ready to create? Because this journey, it doesn't end here. It starts now. Go make something amazing. And I'll see you in the next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe.